Have you ever thought about something in the past and said, I should have done that, or I could have been there, or it would have been amazing? Now, these phrases can be confusing, right? But don't worry. In this lesson, I'll explain everything in a very simple way with real life scenarios so you never get confused again. Let's get started. Let me tell you a story about my friend Ryan. Last weekend, Ryan had a really important job interview. He woke up late, he hit traffic and arrived 30 minutes late. The company gave the job to someone else. Now, this situation is perfect for understanding these three phrases. Ryan should have been on time. Ryan could have been on time. Ryan would have been on time. These sentences look similar at first, but they mean different things. The first sentence, Ryan should have been on time. This means it was the right thing to do, but he did not do it. He reached late. The second sentence, Ryan could have been on time. This was a possibility, but he hit traffic and he got late. And the third one, Ryan would have been on time. This is imagination. It means if he would have been on time, he may have got the job. I hope you got the fundamental difference between them. Now let's understand each of these structures in detail. Let's start with should have been. The grammar structure looks like should plus have plus past participle. That's verb in the third form. Now, should have been is used in 4 different situations. Number 1, we should use should have been when talking about something that was expected or supposed to happen but didn't. Imagine you order food online and the estimated delivery time is 30 minutes. You check after 40 minutes and your order still hasn't arrived. You say, my food should have been here by now, right? So it did not meet the expectations. Here are some more examples. The train should have been here by now, but it's running late. She should have reached work by 9 a.m., but she got stuck in traffic. They should have worked on the presentation a bit more. In all these examples, something did not meet the required expectations. Next, we use should have been to express regret or missed opportunities. Something that should have happened but didn't, and now we regret it. Imagine your best friend throws a party and you decide not to go. The next day, your friend says, you should have been there. We had so much fun. This means you missed out on something good. Here are some more examples. I should have been more careful while driving. Now my car is damaged. You should have been at the wedding. It was a beautiful ceremony. I should have attended the interview. I had the required qualifications. The third use of should have been is to express criticism. It's used when we want to criticize someone for not doing what they were supposed to do. Imagine a student who did not study for an important test and failed. The teacher might say, you should have been better prepared. Here are some more examples. You should have invested your money in low-risk funds. You should have told the truth, but now it's too late. And finally, it's used to talk about hypothetical situations in the past. Imagine you organize a picnic, but it starts raining heavily. You say, the weather should have been sunny today. This means you were expecting good weather, but it didn't happen. Here are some more examples. The event should have been outdoors, but the weather was bad. That project should have been finished last week. Alright, now let's understand how to use could have been. We use it to talk about possibilities in the past. It means something was possible but did not happen. Could have been is used in 3 different scenarios. First, to talk about missed opportunities. Something that was possible but did not happen. Imagine you had a chance to get a job at a big company, but you didn't apply. Later, you regret it and say, I could have been working at that company by now. It means there was a possibility, but it didn't happen. Here are some more examples. She could have been a great doctor, but she chose to be a writer. If I had practiced more, I could have been a professional athlete. Next, we use could have been to talk about possible outcomes. For example, you and your friend planned to go to the concert, but you changed your mind at the last minute. Later, your friend tells you it could have been an amazing experience for you. This means there was a chance, but you missed it. Let's look at some more examples. If we had left earlier, we could have been there on time. That place could have been amazing if it was well maintained. And finally, we use could have been to express doubt or uncertainty. When we are unsure about something that happened in the past. Imagine you hear a strange sound at night. The next morning you say, that could have been a cat outside, but I don't know for sure. Some more examples. It could have been Ria who called, but I'm not sure. The package could have been delivered to the wrong address. Alright, now let's understand how to use would have been. We use would have been to talk about imaginary, hypothetical or conditional situations in the past. There are 2 main situations in which we use would have been. The first one is to talk about imaginary situations in the past. This means to imagine a past situation could have turned out differently. Imagine you had a chance to study abroad, but you didn't take it. Later you say, if I had gone abroad, my life would have been totally different. This means you are imagining a different past. Here are some more examples. If I had studied harder, I would have been a doctor. She would have been happier if she had taken that job. The second use is to talk about conditional situations in the past. We use would have been in third conditional sentences to talk about past conditions that did not happen. Now picture this. Your friend missed a flight because he overslept. You say, if you had woken up earlier, you would have been there on the plane. This means their situation could have been different if they had done something differently. It's conditional, right? Conditional sentences mostly start with the if clause. And in the result clause, we use the would have been structure. I will cover conditional sentences in a different lesson in detail. Here are some more examples. If you had worked harder, you would have been promoted. If she had left earlier, she would have been there on time. And that's it. Now you know the difference between should have been, could have been, and would have been, and how to use them correctly in real life situations. If you found this lesson helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more easy to understand English lessons. Also, try using these phrases in your own sentences and drop them in the comments. I'll check them for you. Keep practicing, and I'll see you soon in the next lesson. Happy learning!